Hey, Boz Johnson here. So thanks for checking out our videos. Today what I want to do is wrap up with what is happening with realtors these days and talk a little bit about why they fail and how to avoid the pitfalls of failure. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down the business into three categories you might not have thought about before in terms of on a daily basis, there are so many things that you need to do to succeed in real estate. You really need to understand the inventory. You need to communicate with clients. You need to negotiate contracts. You need to renew your annual license. The list goes on. So what does it boil down to? Where is your time being allocated? And why don't you have enough deals and sales? So if you want to get to 7 figures, there's some obvious things that you're going to need. And the first one is leads. You're going to need a new source of leads every single day. And that does not count if you are just focused on your existing database. People that you have already contacted or vaguely know who you are, by all means follow up with them, except you're not going to break through the six-figure hamster wheel if you do not invest in some type of advertising medium. And I know top 100 Keller Williams teams that actually don't even necessarily do Facebook ads like we've shown you. I might be a little bit biased because we've been able to succeed so consistently, so fast with that. However, you don't ever want to just rely on one marketing channel. That's why we do more than one when we work with clients. So what I'm getting at is whatever you do, pick 3 marketing channels of whether it's Facebook, whether it's direct mail, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Google, and go full bore in order to achieve your goals. I think Facebook is the fastest, simplest way to start. You can literally follow the ads that we created and get going in less than 20 minutes. So that would really show you right away what the actual potential is to turn around your advertising. And then the other thing that you're going to need is leverage. This is a common theme in Keller Williams Realty, and leverage is mostly in the form of either people or technology. The way that big teams get results is by plugging in the people of an appointment setter or an inside sales agent. I'll put ISA for inside sales agent. These people are actually calling and qualifying the leads that are generated from whatever lead generation source you have, like Facebook. And then technology of a CRM. This could be Keller Williams Command, it could be Conversion, it could be Follow-Up Boss like we show in our case studies. Whatever it is, you will want to save time and energy in your follow-up and be able to touch these people with your content or whatever you're sharing over a long period of time. So these are some immediate things that you're going to need to do to transform your business. And yes, it is important to focus on listings. It's just that leads and leverage are the biggest problem for anybody to exceed 6 figures. If you're thinking of getting help and doing advertising, for the most part, we are working with real estate teams that are making more than $100,000 per year. Our optimum clients are around $300,000 to $2 million per year right now, and we set up their ads and technology with and for them. So let me actually backtrack and revert to what I was talking about at the beginning, which is where do you spend your time and where does your time need to actually go in order to get results? Let me erase this. I'm going to switch markers because my marker died. The number one problem that all teams, all realtors have is simple. They don't have a big enough database that they follow up with enough. The real formula for success is a database that you're feeding every single day and then a follow-up process that is setting appointments every day. All you really need to do and focus on is as a new realtor or someone that doesn't have enough business, is getting leads and setting appointments. Everything else is actually a distraction. Even things like learning about the inventory and learning the local stats and contracts and all this stuff, all that stuff could kind of be figured out once you've already started a conversation with a new person. And so what tends to happen is that, let's forget about this. Let's talk about how do you organize your business. For me, I like to use the acronym MAP, M-A-P, and this stands for marketing. The A stands for admin, and the P stands for product or your service. So your product or service is selling real estate, buying, selling, or investing. Administration is renewing your license and doing all these other things. And then marketing is usually what doesn't happen. So if you are an organization like Keller Williams, lead generation is basically the religion. And if you are willing to model what the most successful teams do, which is call leads from maybe 9 to 11 a.m. every morning, you're going to have success. The reason why most people don't do that is call reluctance. It's out of fear of rejection. It's that simple. They aren't willing to pick up the phone and get rejected 80 times until they get that one sale. However, I think that you would find if you were to do a 100 call day that you would probably set an appointment. You would probably get a contract just by going through your phone, determining who's in there already, and calling 100 people in one day. I know it's not fun per se. It might take 6 hours. However, would you like to get an $11,000 commission for 6 hours of calling people? I think that it might be worth it, and the hourly return is pretty high. So what tends to happen if this was like a seesaw is there's a really heavy person, they're having a good time just talking to clients and people they know. And all of your time is probably happening in servicing some of the clients that you already have, right? This happens especially with real estate teams where an individual agent has 3 to 6 clients that they're working at one time. They're looking and showing properties or doing open houses, all these things. They end up focusing way too much on providing a fantastic service, and then they forget to or fail to or don't want to do any marketing. So the marketing is completely outweighed. And administration takes up a lot of time. I think that you'll find the majority of people that get into real estate are really not necessarily sales-oriented people. And if that's one of you, then it's good to become aware of that. The best way to get over that is repetition and practice, right? Go ahead and create a script or use the scripts that we have. Become very familiar. Learn to master the common 5 to 10 objections that you're experiencing. Develop a fantastic presentation that you show when you meet with people. And then before you know it, you'll have way more confidence to start promoting yourself, because having conversations with people, you'll find they're actually it's actually helpful for them. So what I want to encourage you to do to change your business around is to flip this and start focusing 80% of your time on lead generation specifically. So maximize your follow-up and focus on getting new leads every day. The magic number is that you're probably going to need to talk to 80 people before you get a deal. And in order to talk to 80 people, then if you wanted to do one per week, you would likely need to actually meet a lot of people in person. Or if you were online, you would need to, generate 80 plus leads a week and then call them. And then if you were just doing organic marketing, you would need to probably message and engage a few hundred people in order to get a deal. So whatever you want to do, I know that it's not always fun. You either have time and energy or you have money to free yourself up so you can do some massive lead generation for your business. I mean, once again, your business will never exceed a consistent 6 figures without a consistent automated lead generation source and or 1 or 2 fantastic people to back you up. So I hope that these trainings have been helpful, and I hope that this is illuminating that if you're not where you're at, the chances are you're most likely stuck in service. This is my constant challenge in providing advertising services. If I get 8 to 12 clients at a time, my brain can hardly handle all the moving pieces, because within each client, I'm also helping the teams and the people of those clients. So it actually ends up being 20 to 30 people that I'm dealing with and educating in order to get the full maximum results from a system. So I hope that this helps. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you'd like some advertising assistance, request an audit or schedule a call, and talk to you soon.